Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to Destiny, and yes, it's finally here. This is the complete raid run on hard mode for Crota's End. I've got around to doing it. I've finally got it edited and I've put some audio to it. So hopefully you enjoy it. And we're going to jump straight into it here, right at the top. So obviously you all know what you do to start off with. But before I get into it properly, I'm going to talk about the team I did this with. So there's myself, Hxd-Trunnerz, Hxd-Trunnerz, and WILKOone from GamingPredatorHD. There's three. And then the three guys who you saw complete last boss with us in the earlier video. Part of a really good fire team that we put together. Coolmaxiking, really good player. Same as the other two guys, DJ Kale and perplehaze. Big shout out to all of those guys. Really good to play with, and they just make it so much easier than doing it with randoms. Right, so obviously first off, you're gonna spawn in. You want to stand on the plate, spawn the bridge, and jump down, as we are doing now. When you hit the bottom, you've got a couple of things to do. You need to get bearings, obviously, get rid of your weight of darkness. And then you want to go and check the room on the left for the exotic. Well, it's not exotic anymore, is it? Bungie changed it. It's no longer an exotic chest. It's only shards and energy. So we're going to head over there now, see what we get out of that chest. I'm going to plumb for energy. Here we go. Not bad. I'll take it. So once you've got your chest, everyone gets it. If it's there, if not, you want to go back, wipe, respawn at the bottom, and then just keep checking to see if it's there. That's if you need shards and energy, of course. A lot of people now don't need them. They don't need the shards or the energy anymore. They've already got enough. Once you've done that, you want to head back to the centre platform again, where you start off when you jump down. Get rid of your weight of darkness. Get yourself together as a fire team, and then head off. So we're all just gathered now. Weight of darkness is gone, and here we go, guys. We're setting off on our quest to kill Crota. It all starts here with the abyss and the lights. So the way we run this section, just to go through the classes we've got 2 Titans, 2 Warlocks, and 2 Hunters, I believe. Yes, 2 Titans, 2 Warlocks, 2 Hunters, so perfect split of all 3 classes. There's me and WILKOone as Titans, Maxi and perplehaze as Warlocks, and DJ Kale and Hxd-Trunnerz as Hunters. Now compared to the rest of the raid, well, no, actually, like the same as the rest of the raid, apart from the last boss, Titans again are the least useful class here, which is probably why you'll see me and WILKOone more than likely going down before we get to the final section of this. But the other 2 classes are extremely useful, and I'll explain a little bit as to why the further through we get with this. Titans basically do your best to get through. If you can pull it off, well done. We often can, but it's not essential. As long as you can get, I would say, at least a Warlock, 2 Warlocks and a Hunter over there, which is what we get over. We get 3 players over there. And we pull it off with that. But we found a way that Hunters can actually clutch this. There's a video going to be going up next week, I think, which shows Trunnerz clutching a full. Basically, at the end of the lights, you have to spawn in the bridge. For those of you who don't know already, Trunnerz manages to clutch the whole spawning of the bridge solo, and I'll say now that is well worth watching. So as we're moving through these lights, we're sticking together as a group. It's really important on hard mode. You need to stick together as a group and get separated, you'll be torn apart by the trolls. There's just so many of them, and because they're level 33, how super cool, the 2 damage they do is just immense. So if you stick together, Weight of Darkness all goes at the same time, and you can sprint between lights. If you lose it, then chances are you're going to hit Weight of Darkness fast, 10 faster rather, which means you can't sprint, you can't use any of your light abilities, so you can't use your jump boost, you can't use you can't use your sprint and slide or anything like that. So you're pretty much limited. But yeah, so you want to stick together as a group, move as a group, communicate well. That's a big thing that we discovered. You need to communicate well when all of your... So the system we had was the last person to get to the light when their Weight of Darkness is gone, call it out, everybody moves as a unit. So you call out when you arrive at the light, so you say, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Last person to say I'm here, they then say, Weight of Darkness gone, and then you move on. Or you say, run, and then you move on. That way you spend as little time as possible stationary and you're constantly moving. Less chance of you getting hurt by the thralls, less chance of you dying, more chance of you all getting to the final fight. But obviously, the further through you go, the more chance of you dying there is, because there's more thralls, there's some hallowed knights that appear, there's hallowed cursed thralls, all sorts of stuff that is thrown at you. You can get right to them, there's hallowed ogres as well that spawn up. It's just a case of working together well as a team. In terms of the weapons, primary weapons really there's not many you can use. You want ones that are going to take stuff down quickly, so Fatebringer is what I'm using here. I think a lot of the guys are using that. Perplehaze I know is using the Vexmith Blast, which is again very good at taking down these rolls. It's worth just checking the options. Secondaries, I would recommend shotgun. That's what I use over Final Verdicts. Heavy weapons, definitely a machine gun. If you've got a rocket launcher in there, you can't really use it. Well, not safe for me. There's a lot of thralls crowding around you. There's a very high chance that you're going to shoot a thrall that's going to kill you with the explosion. So machine guns I would recommend as the way forward. Secondaries, shotguns or fusion rifles. The only sniper I would say is possibly Black Hammer, because you're going to need... Well, it may be an exotic sniper, but I don't think there is one that would really work here. As you can see though, now I've gone down already. I'm not staying up for that one. I'm not going to get to the end. But I know that the Fireteam I'm playing with, I know that they can clutch it, because they're brilliant players. And I have full faith in them at this point. The real shock though was that Hxd-Trunnerz didn't make it. Normally he gets right to the end, but he didn't. He's not gone down yet, but you watch, he's not far away. Well, he might have gone down actually. I'm doing this audio afterwards. I'm having to guess where everything is. Right, so the guys are at the plate right about now. They're going to activate that plate by standing on it, and then they're going to do their thing. But obviously everyone's down at this point apart from DJ Kale, and this is where we say that hunters can clutch it, because you have so many invisibility pieces. So if you have the Don't Touch Me hands and then all of your Blade Dancer perks leveled up properly, you can actually stay invisible for quite a long time. And DJ manages to do this for around a minute. Actually, he manages to stay invisible for, which is really impressive, and that arguably gets us through this. Hxd-Trunnerz did it the week before and managed to clutch the whole thing solo whilst invisible. He managed to get all the way across the bridge before his invis ran out, I think. And DJ, I think his invis is about to run out, and if it does, he's going to be screwed. But yep, there we go. There's his invis gone, and he's down. But Perplehaze and Maxi are going to use their Warlock self-revives about now. Keep us in the game. And then all they have to do is hold off long enough for the bridge to form and then make a run for it, which I believe Hayes is doing right about now. He's going for gold. The man from New York going for the clutch run. He's on the bridge. Yep, he's going for it. He's going to make it there as well. So Hayes has made it across the bridge, and all you need is one person to get you through, and then your Fireteam respawns at the bridge, which is where we're going to move on to now. And like I said, I'm recording this audio after the video itself, so I'm going to cut between each section if you like, and then do it separately, and then I can get a much better recording. So I'll see you guys at the bridge. See you in a second. Okay guys, we're back with part 2 of this video. Well, part 2 to me anyway, it's all one for you guys, and we're in at the bridge. I'm just going to swap out my loadouts. I'm going to go for Abyss Defiant, which is the raid auto rifle, which I got last week when we were in the competition for first place. I'm going to go for Icebreaker as my secondary. It's my favourite gun in the game, by far. It easily outweighs Yellowhorn for me, but personal preference obviously. And then my heavy weapon, I'm going to go for the Hunger of Crota rocket launcher. Again, the raid rocket launcher, which you got from normal mode. So what we're going to do now, just for a quick shout, the weapon I got from the lights was Oversoul Edict, which is the pulse rifle, which looks really good actually. It's a really good pulse rifle. I'm going to look forward to leveling that up and seeing how it goes. Okay, so what we've done here, as you can see, we've started now, and how we run it, 2 people on each plate, and we only send 2 people across with the sword. So normally it's Hxd-Trunnerz and WILKOone, but as you will see right about now, WILKOone goes down, which leaves nobody on the centre plate, so I have to go across and cover. And the reason that I have to go across and cover is because we want to tighten on the other side to use the bubble shield. So I've gone across to cover centre plate. It's normally me and Hayes on the right hand side, DJ and Maxi on the left, Hxd-Trunnerz and WILKOone in the middle. Hxd-Trunnerz and WILKOone go across to the other side, the rest of us all wipe, and then when the ogres spawn in at the far side, the 2 warlocks use their self-revive, get up high, to avoid the sword bearer, and snipe and rocket launch the ogres, helping to take them down. Even if the guys on the other side go down, we can take down the ogres and we still go through. So as you can see now, sword bearer coming down. Let's deal with these thralls. Obviously this time was a little bit more complicated. I've got the sword, I've got to head across now. Go after that gatekeeper. Let's take this guy down. Pretty simple. It should take between 8 and 10 hits, I would say, with the R1 or RB if you're on Xbox attack. You can do your combo obviously of R1 or RB and then R2 or RT depending on what console you're on. But for that combo, I don't know how much faster that puts him down, but see for yourself. But you should flinch. If you take 2 hits to put you down, so if you take 1 hit it might be worth bailing out quickly if he doesn't flinch again. I don't know quite how long you have between hits, so be wary of that one. So basically what me and Hxd-Trunnerz have got to do now is just sit here and fend off ads until the ogres spawn in. We found that the specific ads that make ogres spawn in are the knights that spawn in well, normally the far side actually, the wizard as well. It's worth taking down the wizard just because it's really annoying. So take him down, then take down the knights on the far side as well. Once those knights have gone, the ogres should spawn in. Then you should have to take down both of those ogres, and then you clear to move on to the next section, which it sounds simple. It's not as simple as I make it sound. Normally, of course, I'm not playing at this point. I'm on the other side. I've wiped by now to let Hxd-Trunnerz and WILKOone do their thing, and then for Hayes and Maxi to spawn back and do their thing. But I've had to cover this time round, and it shows that I've had to cover, and you'll be able to tell why in a minute. I'll point it out to you, but you'll be able to tell. And I'm not proud of this at all, but thankfully it didn't cost us too much. But yeah, we're still fending off ads, waiting for the ogres to spawn in. And it should be spawning in about now, actually. Well, about now, actually, yeah, they'll be spawning in about now. Actually, no, they won't, no. No, of course they are. Ogres are respawning about now because I have jumped up on top of this pillar. That is a fatal error, which will become apparent in a minute. I'm probably down by now, I think, am I? I don't know, I didn't write this down. Stupid boy. But no, I've gone up top to take down the ogres and the knights and things, and I think everything's fine, and then one ogre goes down, and whilst that ogre's going down, the other one turns and just absolutely destroys me. So I try and pop a shield, but I don't have time. I'm dead that fast. So don't do that. Don't go up on the pillar when the ogres are in. It's a bad plan. You'll die, and then you'll let your whole team down. That's how I felt. And as much as the guy says, no, it wasn't your fault, don't worry about it, you don't do it all the time, I felt responsible. But thankfully, because I've got such a great Fireteam, I managed to pull through anyway. And there we go, the ogres are down now. So we've got our loots. Nothing special for me, that I haven't got already anyway. And what we're basically going to do now, guys, is we're going to wipe so that we can respawn and go for the next shard and energy chest a little bit easier. So basically we're about to wipe. We might have already wiped. Simply so we can all spawn in on the far side and we can coordinate better. Now what we do for this chest run, which for those of you who don't know, you run down this corridor as fast as you can, jump over the hole that takes you down to the Death Singer, through the door at the far side. Now there's two shriekers in the way. You have to open the door to the next section, you have to shoot the shrieker in the first section, which you can see us doing now. We normally have 3 runners and 3 rocketeers, if you like, just in case someone goes down. Normally takes 2 to 3 rockets to take down a shrieker, so go and fire one off. It's all sorted. Normally 1 or 2 of the runners will fire a rocket off as well, just to add to it. But you only need 1 person to get into the room. When they open the chest, the door will open for everybody else to get in as well. So I'm dead. We're going to go open the chest now, see what we get. I'm going to go for energy again. Here we go. There we go, energy again. Great shout by me yet again. I shouted energy for the first one as well. I don't need it, by the way, but it's good to have it. And we jump down to the Death Singer. Now, what we do here, once we jump down, we split into 2 groups of 3, as I think everybody does, and head up to the towers in the far corners, where the knights spawn in when you're on last boss. Head up into there. 1 person goes in, lures out the wizard, then draws them outside, take them down, then someone goes in, shoots the shrieker, run back out to avoid the death blast. Once the death blast has dissipated, well, you can go in and try and take down Ear Ute there and then, it's up to you. But what we like to do is wait for the Death Singer to begin her song. And then she's sat in one place, well, flying, floating, stood thing in one place, which is a lot easier to get shots off at and rockets at as well, especially trappers. Well, non-trappers especially. Trappers as well do more damage with that. You're more likely to hit the targets cleanly. So our wizard is down now, we're going after the shrieker. You'll see the death blast coming out pretty soon. And then we're just waiting for the Death Singer to begin her song. Ear Ute to start singing and floating around that crystal. And I love the fact that, bless him, Hxd-Trunnerz came across, because he likes to come in from the left hand side. He thinks it's easier. To an extent, I agree with him, it is easier, but I love the fact he got killed by the death blast from the shrieker as Hayes was running out. I feel so bad I feel so sorry for him about that. Bless. But either way, we're just sat here waiting now, take down a couple of ads, make it a little bit easier when we get called in there. And there we go, Death Singer starts singing. Basically what we do now, everybody charges into that room and just unloads rockets, everything basically. Rockets, snipers, hand cannons, grenades, foul language, everything matter. Waiting for her to go down, you want to get her down as quickly as possible, you've only got 30 seconds. We managed to take her down in, I think it was just under 20 seconds. She's down now. I'll work that out in a second. 26 seconds we took it down in, which is pretty good. So yeah, it's running out now. Hxd-Trunnerz for good measure. He was not happy about that. Hxd-Trunnerz for good measure. And then basically what we do now is we're just killing ads until we get our loot drop, which is all you can do. So I'm going to stop speaking now and then I'm going to speed up the footage. So I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, here we go. Loots have dropped. Nothing useful there for me again. Really all I need now is the word of Crota and the crux of Crota as well to get the next chasm. I've got it on the ship and the sparrow obviously, but I've got everything else. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to wipe this. What that wipe will do is, instead of us wasting ammunition to kill every ad that's about, it'll just despawn all of them and we spawn next to the crystal ready to start on Crota. So it's going to be the end of part 2 for me. It's going to be a break for you guys as we spawn in. So see you when we get to Crota and the last boss. Okay guys, here we are, last boss. I'm going to have to apologise in advance if there is a slight buzzing behind this this final section. I couldn't do last boss justice without doing this audio. In sync with the real video. So apologies if there is a buzzing, but I had to do it right. So as always with Crota, we're going to have to take him down as a team and work together really, really well. So we're split into 2 groups of 3 again as always for the start of this thing. Take down the ads on either side, and then what we're going to do is we've got a new method for this video. We actually have a new method again, which we'll show you next week when we run the raid again. We'll show you that then. It's a new method for taking down the ogres, which makes it a lot easier. We'll show you that next week, like I said. Then we have a solid format for how we run Crota. But as you can see, ads are now down, and the way we run it is we head out as a group, as much of a group as we can, and then we head to this middle section here. Now, 2 guys are going to separate, take down, and those 2 guys are going to separate to either side. One of them is going to stand where I am, so as you can see in this video. The other guy is going to stand in the same position but on the opposite side of the map. And the reason that we are separated from the rest of the guys, they are stood right in the middle in front of the window. So they take down the sword bearer. Trunnerz then picks that up. He goes after Crota. The 3 guys left in the middle take down the shield with their rocket launchers. The 2 guys who are separated on either side draw the fire of the knights in the towers away from Trunnerz so that he can do his damage. Mostly what I've found, where I'm stood down is a little bit far back, if I'm honest. It's not 100% reliable that you're going to aggro those knights all the time. So it's well worth, if you are doing that, I would recommend being a Titan for it, simply so you can pop a bobble shield to help yourself out. If you're not a Titan, don't worry about it. I'm sure that you can get one of your Fireteam to pop one for you. I just put one there to regen some health. But yeah, so aggro the knights. So I would say push a little bit further forward. Trunnerz does his stuff. 3 guys on the centre take down his shields. Jobs are good, but it all happens so fast. And you need to be coordinated as a group, and you need to trust each other. And I keep saying this, and it sounds really, really cheesy, really, really cliche, but it is important. You have to be able to trust who you're playing with to do their job. And I know that now that there are these methods coming out that make it easier, that's becoming less and less of the case, but it does help to be able to trust someone to do what they're supposed to do, so that you can then get on with what you're meant to do and not be concerned about it. And I know I keep saying it, but it sounds really cliche, but I really do feel it's important, and the fire team that we've got here, I know I can trust to do what they're supposed to do. Might take us a couple of goes to do it, because we're all human, we make mistakes, but I know that they can do it, which is a really, really big thing for me. I like to be able to trust who I'm playing with. So, second round coming up now. After the first round, we duck back into the building, because Crota obviously rotates round. So we duck back into the building, just to stop him from doing damage to us. Wait for him to rotate back round, come out, kill the sword bearer, go for round 2. Now, with this, we have found that Crota's health, if that drops below 10%, I think, then you will start the enrage timer, regardless of how long you've been in this area for and how long you've been fighting Crota for. That is possible to do after 2 sword bearers. We've done it a couple of times. If you get 9 hits, I think Trunnerz said, 9 hits with the sword on both runs, then you will take yourself down to 10%. So works out at 5% per hit you're going to do damage to him. So you can work that out, 5% per hit, at level 32 this is as well, by the way. So 5% per hit at 32, yeah, you can work that out and how many hits you need to get each time. But we recommend, if you can get him down to around about 1/3 of his health, I would say, after 2 sword bearers, then you're doing well. A little bit under 1/3 will pretty much guarantee you've got a bad run. And don't forget that you don't have to do it in 3, you can do this in 4 sword bearers if you need to, before you have to do a second round of ogres. If you get to a second round of ogres, that's a really bad plan. You're better off just wiping and starting again. So it's going to take a really, really big effort to pull through with that. So this is the method we used at the time to take down ogres, which, all being said, isn't the best method actually. We've now found a new method where you go and hide under the towers. You may have seen it on some other videos, and we'll be showing you that next week, like I said. But this method works for now. You take down the knights, take down the ogres. I'm just going to pop a heavy ammo synthesis for this final stretch, and this is how much we've come on since we did this. We don't do this either anymore, and again I'll show you the new method next week, but we went back to our original method, as you saw in the last video, where we all sat at one side. Here it's the doorway, 2 people on knights, which was me and Hayes, and the other guys on sword bearer, ads, and Crota's shield. Trunnerz obviously running sword. My health's pretty low there, so I just popped another shield just to go and regen some health. And so we're just waiting for Crota to come back to the middle, and we're going to take down the sword bearer and finish him off. So, usual plan. If you watched our video earlier in the week, no, earlier on, it might be a week ago, about a week ago, that's that kind of video, then you'll see this method used throughout, where we stick on the left hand side. Again, not the best method we've ever used, but it worked for this. We only had to run it once. There's the sword gone, sword's been dropped, Trunnerz is going for the pickup. I'm dealing with these knights, me and Hxd dealing with the knights. The rest of the guys wait for the first set of rockets to go off, wait for Crota to go down, help out with that because we know he's going down quickly. Trunnerz gets them hits in, Enrage begins. What Enrage is with Crota is a constant oversoul, so you need to get him down fast. So basically me and Hxd abandon knights, we all just fire rockets off and then just dodge those knights, those like boom rounds. Trunnerz takes down Crota, and it all looks so simple, doesn't it? And all the loot drops. So I got the scout rifle there, the Fang of the Ukes. I got that last week as well. And it's not an amazing weapon. I wouldn't say PvP is quite good because you can mark targets which your whole team can see. So might be worth having a look at if you're especially interested in playing in the Crucible. But other than that, I wouldn't say it's a particularly outstanding weapon. Not a bad run from us in total, taking us about half an hour to complete in overall game time, which I'm sure if we really pushed it we could do less than that. But again, I would like to say this run wasn't flawless. I've had to edit some of the failures out, and obviously the wiping speed increases the time a little bit. The world record I think is at 27 minutes something for this raid at the moment on hard mode. Our fastest time, collective time, so each section completed is this one in just under half an hour, just over half an hour, and our fastest time for completion overall, so the total time spent in the raid itself is around 2 hours, I think. That will be coming down next week with this new method. It's normally when we get to Crota, we can easily get to last boss in half an hour. So not too bad. I got Truth as well from that, which, yeah, it's Truth, good deal. Yeah, but once again, big shout out to my Fireteam. So from GamingPredatorHD, there's Hxd-Trunnerz, WILKOone and myself, and then the guys we picked to help us out, best players we've played with on Destiny, Coolmaxiking, DJ Kale and perplehaze. Really good guys to play with, and well worth a like rating I think, just for those guys. So big shout out to them once again. And that's going to be it for this week, guys. If you have enjoyed this, please be sure to give it a like rating. We're always happy to hear comments down below. If you are new on here, hit the subscribe button, show your support, share the video as well. Anyone who wants help on any section of the raid, hit them up with a share, tell them about us, all the usual stuff I ask of you. Next week I'm going to do the raid in sections, so I'm going to do more detailed analysis on each section of the raid and how you can beat it more easily. So thank you again very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.